Hey guys, Godfather Custom here, um, with a video for Frank at Heavy Metal Garage. Um, he was talking about some airbrushes yesterday and a couple of issues he was having, so I figured I'd do a couple of airbrush rebuilds. So I think the brush that you have, Frank, is pretty close to this one here. This is a Badger Detail Airbrush model 200-20. Okay, and I have it broke down so you can see what is going on with this brush. Your main body, you have your rear section, your main section. You've got your your air trigger, and your air trigger has a little hole in there. That goes into this section here with the hole vertical, so your needle can go through. The reason I'm going to show you two is because this one does not have that third piece that you have in the nozzle. This one is fixed. Let's see if I can find it there. That one is fixed. I think, let me see if I can get it a little bit clearer. Boy, do I hate this new camera. Well, anyway, you get the idea. I think you can use a little bit of JB Weld, because that is just supposed to set in there. It's a little tiny bit of JB Weld on the side, and then just make sure you have a clear pattern for your air to come through. That piece screws into the end of the top nozzle here, and then you got your end cap that screws onto there. Then this one here is your air trigger. This one here has got a spring-loaded pin on the top. Let's see if I can get that in. So it's spring-loaded, so when you push that down, that lets the air in. That goes in onto the trigger, like so. And then you have your gauge for your needle, which goes on the end of your needle first and slides down. And then you have your locking pin that goes in the end. So once you have all of this put back together, you line up your trigger, then you slide your needle in, and then you slide your needle in, and then you adjust your pin. And this stuff you can find online for airbrush adjustments. This one here comes with an end cap to protect the needle, and that covers up the front. Now, the second airbrush I have, like I said, that one was the Badger. Also, this one here has got the siphon cup that comes off. So you can either use the siphon cup, or it comes with a couple of additional jars inside the case. But that is the Badger detail brush. Maybe that helps you out a little bit on that. Now, this other one is this is the Pache Crescendo. It's a little bit more expensive brush. Also, this brush up here is a single action brush, which means when you push the button, you get paint and air at the same time. There's no way to not get paint and air together. This brush is a double action, which means you push down on the trigger and pull back to get paint. So the more you pull back, the more paint you get. The less you pull back, the less paint you get. Now, this is the same situation here. These are just extra spray needles, different sizes. You've got, let's simulate it, putting it together. This one here, you got your main body. You've got your same, damn lights. I wish I had better lighting in here. It'd be really great. Okay, there it is. Your air trigger has the same type of hole in it. And that one on this brush goes straight down. Now this one has an additional piece that goes in where the needle goes through. So you have two pieces that the needle goes through. This slides in like so, and then your trigger slides in front of it. Okay. You have your bottom section to let your air in, just like the other brush. Now, as I said, this one here has the additional piece. This one comes with that piece separate. So this, very slippery. You can't even hold on to it. That would go in first. That slides into a hole that's inside. This piece screws on to hold that piece in, and then that piece goes on the end. And then same thing with your needle here, a little bit different. Your needle goes on this. Your spring goes on that. In turn, that goes over that. And then you have your lockdown, or your hold down, and then your lockdown. So needle, sleeve, spring, sleeve, hold down, lock down. This little tiny piece here protects the back end of the needle, and this piece comes off to do your adjustments. So I hope that helps you out, Frank. I would try some JB Weld on that. I know you got a bunch of comments on there. You can pick brushes up, pretty cheap out there. I think this Badger brush was like $45 or something like that. And if you get into the Pache, you're looking at a little bit over 100, depending on the model you get. But there's two variations. Maybe they can help you out. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get back to my Saturday bench time. Let me know if this helps you. I'd be real curious to see if you can put that piece on with the JB Weld. Give me a shout back. You guys have a great day, and talk to you soon.